Okay, guys, it is 6 o'clock here in Alabama, right on the dot. So we're going to go ahead and get started. That way we honor everybody's time. This call is being recorded. So if you have some people that you want to share it with, I'll get that out to you ASAP. Thank y'all so much for hopping on. If you're where you can turn your video on so I can see your face, that would be amazing. I love to see what y'all are doing and what you've got going on. If you can't, that's okay too. No big deal. My name is Jessica Craig. I am in Alabama, like I said. My kids are currently playing outside with my husband, so let's just pray that they stay out there because my 3-year-old is on another level tonight. So it's been real intense around here. We're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you guys so much again for hopping on. You're probably like, what the heck is going on? Why am I here? What is this call all about? You were invited here by someone who maybe you know from social media, maybe someone that you love that's close to you, a friend or a family member. Maybe you're really not even sure why you're here. You just found the link. Either way, we just want to welcome you. I'm going to kind of tell you a little bit about why you're here, and then I'm going to share with you a little bit of my story. So you're here tonight so that way that we can give you just a little bit of information about Prove It and sharing the ketone conversation, what it's done for us, how this could fit into your life. And we just want to let you guys know a little bit of the details about it. We're not going to keep you on here all night long, so don't worry about that. We're just going to keep it short and sweet. So a little bit about me. My name is Jessica Craig. I'm from Alabama, and I have been doing this, drinking ketones and sharing ketones for 3 years. Like, I literally cannot believe it. I shared a little bit earlier on my social media. I can remember it like it was yesterday. My husband and I had just found out about this. We were standing in the kitchen. I really felt like that this was going to be a great opportunity for our family. So we were kind of going back and forth like, should we do this? I don't know. Do you think we can? We were really kind of scared and nervous. So if you're on this call and maybe you're feeling that right now, like, why am I even on here? I don't know if I could do this. Just know that that's completely normal. If you are on this call and you're already a Prove It promoter, either raise your hand or type in the chat like that's kind of how you felt at first. You were very unsure. So just want you to know you don't have to be a professional at this. We all just kind of got started the same way that you most likely will, like kind of clueless. So it's been 3 years, and honestly, this has changed so much for my family. It would take me hours to tell you what this has done for me, but I'll give you the short version. So before we found this, my son, the 3-year-old I was telling you about, that's crazy. He was a newborn at the time. I was struggling with all the different new mom things, holding on to all that extra pregnancy weight, exhausted, feeling like junk. And on top of all of those things, we were really struggling financially. I'm talking like not really sure how we were going to pull it together and make ends meet. Honestly, we couldn't even fill up our gas tank with gas. I don't know if you can relate to this at all, but we would have to put, $15 or $20 in, just whatever we could afford, instead of just being able to fill it up. And so, we had to check our bank account every single time that we made any purchase whatsoever to see if we could make it work. Or mainly me, because I was the one at the time who was like taking care of the financial side. And so I would actually lay in bed at night and not be able to sleep because I was so stressed out about how we were going to make the bills work, what day this was due, what day that was due. Could we push this till the 10th day? So I'm not really sure all of y'all's situations or if you can even relate, but if you can, I hope you hear my heart and know that we were just really struggling. And so we found this through a friend. When I say we, like there's not a rat in my pocket. My husband is actually here. He's outside with the kids, like I said, and we do this together full time. So we needed a change, right? We needed something. So we found this. This was introduced to us from a friend. She got me on a call just like this. She held up the packet of ketones. Hopefully you guys have already started drinking this, if not 911. This will change everything. So she held up this packet of ketones and said, this will put you into ketosis. Now, 3 years ago, I didn't even really have a clue what ketosis was because it wasn't really a big thing back then. The keto diet was kind of just getting started. And now, literally, everybody knows about the keto diet. So you guys who are just now possibly getting started with us have an even bigger leg up than we did. 3 years ago, it was a lot harder because a lot of people didn't really know what the keto diet was, or maybe what they had heard about it wasn't so super positive. So we had to do a lot of educating. But now the keto diet is so mainstream. The research is there. Everyone knows what it is and how amazing it is. So it's going to make it a lot easier for you. So anyway, I kind of got off track. 3 years ago, I didn't know what ketosis was, but I knew that if I could drink this powder in a shaker and it was going to help me lose the baby weight, sleep better at night, be a better mom, feel better, have more energy, I needed it, right? So we started on the product right away, fell in love with it after just a few days. And on top of all of that, I just told you guys about our financial situation. So I felt like this is going to be it. This is what we've been praying for. So we jumped in with the business and never looked back. It has changed our lives so much. So now not only are we able to just fill up our gas tank all the way, we're also able to say yes to our kids more than we've ever been able to before. One more example that I'll share with you guys that's really been on my heart lately is because it's Halloween time, right? So we went the other day to buy costumes for our 2 kids. And if you have kids, if you've ever bought a costume before, if you've been to a costume shop recently, that stuff is not cheap. Those costumes are expensive. I was like, y'all need to calm down with your $40 Bumblebee costume. This is ridiculous. But even though I felt like that was a little ridiculous, I was able to buy those costumes for my children without it being such a burden, right? He's crying in the background. I don't know if y'all can hear him. Without it being such a financial stress on my family. And that's because we said yes to this opportunity 3 years ago and got started with Prove It. So if you are on this call right now, I want to give you just a little bit of information before I turn it over to my good friend Stephanie. And I want to tell you, like, maybe you're thinking, how can I fit this into my life? So I just want to let you know that this is literally, the opportunity is literally for every single person, right? So we've got people who do this very part-time. So if you're a mom or if you're a dad, you have a full-time job, you have kids, they're in sports, like you've got everything in the world going on and you're thinking, how can I fit this into my life? Like, let me just tell you, we have people who do this very part-time as a side hustle, and they've been able to really change their financial situation. So maybe you just want to earn your product for free. We can help you do that. Super easy. All you need is 2 customers and you can get free product. Or maybe you just want to pay off a little bit of debt. Maybe you want to be able to buy your kids Halloween costumes without having a full-blown panic attack. Whatever you want from this can be for you. And maybe you're someone who's listening right now and you're like me and you're ready for a financial change for your family. Like, you're just sick and tired of being sick and tired and broke, and you want to make a difference and you want to do something. This can be for you too. So it's not a one size fits all type thing. Like, this is something that literally can fit into your lifestyle however you want it to. So thank you so much for listening to me. I'm going to introduce you to my very good friend Stephanie. Her and her family have been doing this for longer than me. They're incredible. She's amazing. And she's going to share a little bit information about how you can get started, what we do here, and how you can share this with other people. So Steph, are you good?
I love it. Thank you for sharing. Hey, I loved your analogy with the Halloween costumes, because I will tell you, for the very first time in ever, I don't love Halloween, so don't hate me. But we actually, I really don't. But we bought our kids' Halloween costumes in like September. That's weird. We would have never done that before. I used to be like, let's all go as leftovers and wrap them in tinfoil because that was cheap. You guys don't laugh. That's what we used to do, okay? So here's the deal. My name is Stephanie. Our family's in Kentucky at the moment. We have 4 daughters. We homeschool. And just very similar to Jessica, my husband handed me this teeny little packet. It was an orange packet 4.5 years ago. I have a caffeine-free one right now. And he said, Stephanie, I want you to drink this product. And he was doing the keto diet years before there was even drinkable ketones. But he was like, I want you to drink these ketones. And if this works, and if you feel great, it's going to change thousands of lives all over the world. Just wait and see. My husband had a big vision before I even understood what ketones were. I didn't want to have anything to do with the business. So I took this little packet. I went to a homeschool co-op. I drank it. I felt amazing. And I have a big mouth. So what happens with that is I drank the ketones. And honestly, I walked out the door and I was like, don't ask me to share this with anybody. I can't believe you ordered it without asking me. There's a box on our doorstep. We did not have the money at the time to pay for ketones. We lived paycheck to paycheck, but you guys, we chose that. Like my husband used to work in ministry. Then we moved back to be with our family. We had 4 babies. I needed some help. I needed some sleep. I needed a lot of stuff. Okay. But what happened is we moved back with our family. He didn't have a job. He was doing some side stuff. He found these ketones. He's like, Stephanie, this is going to change people's lives. He was doing the diet for 2 years. He understood how hard it was, but how beneficial ketones were. So I went away for the weekend, learning how to homeschool our kids, came back and I was like, so you know those ketones, like they're super awesome. I don't need a nap. I feel great. I don't even understand what they were. And I gave a packet to the girl across the table. She asked me what they were. And my husband's like, awesome. She was my first customer. She ordered ketones. She's been a customer for 4.5 years. But what happened is this. I told Steve, don't ask me to share with anybody. And naturally, like we share, like raise your hand if you've ever been to a really good restaurant and you're like, girl, you got to go to that taco restaurant. Oh my goodness, I love the cheese dip. Like I love cheese dip. Or, oh my goodness, if you guys come to Kentucky, you have to go to Drake's, get the Caesars, get the salad with the salmon on top. Like I love Drake's. We just went to the Will Smith movie the other day with my husband at 10:30 at night. I didn't get home till 1 o'clock. Thank you, ketones. The movie was phenomenal. So when I love something, I share it. Anybody else ever share anything they love? Do you get paid to do that? I mean, you want to know something? The air fryer, whoever owns all of those, that company should be paying me a buttload of money because I tell people on Amazon or on my Instagram every single day, go buy an air fryer, and they do. Ashley's raising her hand. She did. I have 2 of them on my counter. I need another one because one just died. What in the world? But I don't get paid to share that. I don't get paid to share at Drake's, even though I spend way too much money eating their salads there. But what happened is I started falling in love with the product. And my husband and I said, you know what? Well, my husband always believed we could do this. But I didn't have to go to Keto 101 school. I didn't have to go be the expert or the doctor. I didn't even have to understand how ketones work because we have a video for that. So what I want you to understand is this. If you already love ketones, like if this has changed your life, raise your hand if you're drinking them and it's done one thing that you're like, if I never got free ketones, if I never made a single dollar, if I never got a check, I would still drink these every day because this makes me a better mom or a dad or athlete or whatever it is, right? I would drink these every single day, no matter what. I would have to go sell my hair, which I did give a lot of it away earlier, to pay for my ketones. I don't care what it is. I need them because I'm a better mom. Now, what's great is this. As I started sharing it with people started loving it. It started helping people with their energy and their appetite and their focus. And women were like, I've had dropped 10 pounds. I mean, all of the benefits are great. And I thought, I mean, I didn't go to school to do this. All I'm doing is sharing on my social media. We used to have people in our town over. They would come over when we lived in Minnesota. We would teach them all about ketones, and we would make fat bombs and bacon, and we would just share what we loved. That's all we did. And my first goal was this. I said, okay, let's see if this works. I would love it if I could have some grocery money because I used to go to the grocery store. We used to be on WIC. We used to have food stamps because we moved back with our family and we didn't have a job, but we knew we needed just some help. And so we weren't there long, but I didn't feel bad about it, but I didn't love it, right? Like it's not great to be in that spot. But then eventually we got to the point where like, okay, we have $120 every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks for groceries. So I would go to the grocery store. I would count out my dollars. We did the Dave Ramsey plan. I would have my cash and then I would have all the money go through at the cashier's line. And when it went over $120, I'd have to go, oh, shoot. Okay, I need you to take that. And then I'd have to give it away. And of course it beats you up, right? But like, you do what you have to do. So my first goal was grocery money. After that, and after we reached that, I was like, awesome, I'm sharing something that I love, that I was getting for free, because guess what? As a customer, you can earn free ketones if you have 2 customers order from you, which we will help you. And all it is inviting people like this or connecting them to your team. You don't have to know anything. You share videos, you share the resources, you connect with the person that invited you here and go, okay, I want free ketones. I think that would taste better than the ones I'm drinking. How do I do that? And you start sharing. You can share on social media. You can share face-to-face. You can share at the office. We've got teachers that shake up ketones in their teacher lounge or whatever it's called. I've got a nurse that shakes up ketones in the nurse's lounge, right? And they're just sharing something that they love. So as we started sharing, my goals started growing. We used to have a van that was held together by duct tape, and I don't say that lightly. It was held together by duct tape, and I prayed that it would get from point A to point B every time we went in that car. And so we have a car program. We have lots of things that Prove It can do for you, whatever your goals, whether it's squeezing it in the cracks of your day and you're like, I want free ketones. I'm like a person A. Like, get with the person that invited you and go, I just would love free ketones. Let's start there. Maybe you're a person B where you're like, $500 a month would change our family's life. I could have grocery money. I just had a girl that joined last month, and she just earned, we have some great bonuses when you first join in. And if you share with some people, she just got her bonus, and guess what happened? Her husband's car's or transmission went out, and she said, I didn't have to cry. I didn't have to get behind on bills because I have a bonus coming to pay for the transmission. Like, that's what's changing people's lives. And so then as those things started growing, we got a van that's held together by what vans should be held together by, metal or pieces of car. I don't know. But you guys, this is what it's done for our family is we've been able to lean on Prove It, lean on the education, lean on what Prove It gives us. All we have to do is shake up the ketones, share it, invite people over, have conversations, wear a Prove It shirt. People ask you, what in the world is Prove It? Or why do you drink ketones? Or why do you have so much energy? What are you doing? What mom doesn't want to feel and not take a nap when their kids are like running around the house like, I don't need a nap. I had the neighbor outside just talking to my kids, and she was like, my mom was napping today. And I was like, girl, you tell your mom she doesn't have to nap. She needs ketones. Like, have her call me. But you guys, that's how simple this is we share something that we love. You invite people into lots of things that we offer you. We are a great team. Like, scroll through here and we work together. The company gives us the tools, the resources. Download Prove It TV and have people go through all the things to learn about what ketones are. Most of the time, people are just uneducated. And as soon as they are and they feel great, they dive in and start with you. So how do we get started? Guess what? It's $37 a year to be a promoter. Most of you on here are drinking ketones. If you came on here and you're not drinking ketones, get with the person that invited you and going, how do I get a box? How do I grab a 5 or 10 day experience? Get them in your system, try them. When you love them, guess what? It's $37 a year to be a promoter. And you can join with a couple boxes, enjoy it yourself, start sharing and plugging into our community. We do have some really great packs that you can buy. Raise your hand, or if I can't see you, raise your hand in your car or just to yourself if you tried a 5 or 10 day experience when you first started drinking ketones. That's how a lot of people started. They got a couple packets in the mail from their friend. They started it. They loved it. They ordered. That is how a majority of us build our business. So the packs that we have to offer you, those packs are to not for you to drink all of them. It will give you a variety of flavors, but it's for you to simply start offering your friends and your family and your coworkers, hey, I've got 5 and 10 day experiences available. Would you like to purchase some? The point is, you buy the pack. There's some really great perks tied to the pack for you, certain bonuses and percentages. So we can talk with you about that when we hang up, as my dog is squeaking the toy behind me. But that's the point of the pack, to sell it. We had a Keto Life party last night, a brand new girl locally, and she had 13 of her ladies from her church over. They were all fired up. They were so excited. They all went home with 10 packs of ketones. They're trying it. They're super excited. And then once they try it, figure out their favorite flavor, they'll order from her website. It's as easy as that. That's what we do. So it's $37 a year. Figure out if you want the pack. Get with the person that invited you. And just figure out, like, I would love to know, and also tell the person, like, are you an A, B, or C person? And it can always change. A, I want free ketones. B, I need like $500 a month. Like, I can take my family and save that for a vacation a year. I could have like an oh no fund. Like, we needed an oh no fund. Maybe else need that. I felt like every time we got ahead, something broke. Christmas presents coming up. Like, who wouldn't love to have a debt-free Christmas? Yes. And so, or maybe you're like, I really need this. Like Jessica and her friend Mandy, when they came in, like, this wasn't a, I need $500. This was like, we're going to hit the ground running because we don't have another option. Like, we need to make financial income for our family. And that's what they did. My husband was able to come home from his job a year and a half after we started sharing this. And so I love to say the sky's the limit, but start, when we say get in where you fit in, start with what your goals are, and they'll gradually move up as you keep it simple. Last thing I'll say is we follow something called ACE. We teach you how to attract, connect, enroll. There's lots of ways to attract people. You're going to connect them to your team, and you're going to get them to experience and enroll the product. That's it. So we're going to have a couple people share their 3-minute or under story about what Prove It has done for them financially. Why don't we have Chris and Danny Webb go first? You guys can unmute yourself, and then we'll go from there.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Hey, guys.
So, hi. This is fun. This is actually really exciting. I was listening to everyone here, and I had some things that I wanted to say, but everything just switched right now as I turn this on. I kind of want to take it from what I was thinking to down from my heart a little bit, because I have a feeling that there might be not only everyone that's on the call, I mean, I do appreciate everyone that's on the call and everyone's listening to the replay, but I have a feeling that there might be some husbands, some boyfriends, maybe in the background listening in, who might, I know a lot of guy friends who write it off completely right in the beginning, and something that I had to work through as a guy coming into this. So just a little bit about me coming into something like this. I've always had a strong belief in network marketing. I know that the industry works. I met lots of people who were crushing it. One thing that I didn't have was Prove It, to be honest with you. But I didn't know that. I never knew that. I just didn't have something that was like ketones, for example. So let me just say this. Ketones, as you know, are a game changer. So having that there, people want it. It's not that you are pressing a product upon other people. People are reaching out to you saying, how do I get this? That right there flips everything for a business. Can you imagine opening a business and opening your doors and people are like, how do I buy? You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's magical. You sign up and all these people are going to come in. But what I am saying is you're not going out doing door-to-door sales, trying to sell a subscription to something that is whack, to be honest with you. So for me, I just wanted to prove that this could work as a man, right? Our backs were not against the wall financially. It wasn't like that for us. But for me, it was in a sense that I wanted to provide at a higher level because Danny was already doing that, right? So I wanted to provide at a higher level. So when I came in, I was, in my mind, guns blazing. I want to make this work. When we tried ketones, we knew we had our hands on something extremely special. And let me say this, fellas, go on Instagram, type in Brian Undy. He's the CEO of Prove It. Where does your money go? What does this business look like? What is the vision of the company? Watch him. Listen to him. If you're not fired up about what he says and what we're doing as a company and the lives that we're changing globally, then no, the business isn't for you. But if you are, there is not one reason in the world that at the minimum you couldn't back up your wife and say, you go get it, babe, because this is incredible and I got your back, whatever you need. So for me, I love the fact that we get to do this together, and we've been able to accomplish quite a bit, I believe, in a sense that, does network marketing work? Does community-based marketing work? Does this business opportunity work? Yes, absolutely. And I don't want to hog the whole mic, so I'll just pass it on to my lovely wife that I get to work with.
No, I absolutely love everything that he says. And he speaks from passion, straight from the heart. Our story is a little bit different. We didn't have our backs up against the wall when we came across the company, But what I found at the very first event that I went to was the amount of certainty in the direction of the company, the vision and the mission of the company, kind of instilled that certainty for me. Because I knew I was drinking something good. I was like, yeah, ketones, they're awesome. But once I got surrounded by the community, it was a total game changer. Like it was legitimately that moment where I looked at my husband and I'm like, I'm ready to walk away from my 30-year career for this company. And that was just a couple months after joining the community, drinking ketones. Yes, we came out fires, guns blazing, as far as building our team and everything. But my certainty wasn't built until I got involved in the community. My certainty in the product was absolutely 100%. But for the community, I had no idea what the vision of the company was. I had no idea what their mission was. I had no idea that this was my link, my missing link, that everybody searches for that one thing in life that they need, that ties it together, that really is their go-to. And this was it. This was it for me. Like it gives me chills just talking about it. And it was that moment that I made the decision that I was walking away from my 30-year career, and making this our full-time business. So I didn't want to sell my time anymore to somebody that didn't value my time as much as I valued my time, or as much as he valued my time, or as much as our kids valued our time. And I was able to do that with this company. So now our time is our own, like I don't have to exchange time for money for anyone. We control our time. We control everything that we do. We control our travel. I've traveled more in the last 20 months than I have in the last 20 years. And I don't say that lightly. Like I would have to beg for time off and pre-plan before I can get time off. But I can go into this for hours, but I'm just going to wrap it up there. It's seeing the vision of the company and the direction of the company was what grounded me. That's what changed my whole world. So I did retire at the end of the year, and now we do this full time. We've been doing this full time for going on a year full time with me retired, almost 2 years with the company. So, yep, that's it. Sorry.
I love it. No, it's super, super powerful. And I love that you said that, Chris, because I think a lot of people go, there's a whole bunch of ladies on here. My husband does it with me too. Mandy's husband does it. Like a lot of us ladies just love to talk, but there are a lot of guys killing it, sharing ketones physically and financially. And so I love that. We've got one more that's going to share, Ashley Brandon, I believe. Why don't you pop off and share your story?
Hey guys. I'm Ashley Brandon. I'm originally from South Carolina. I live in here in Oregon. I'm a mom of 2 boys, and they keep me really, really, really busy. So before I found Prove It, I was a GM of a hotel. I worked 60 hours a week, and then I was on call because I was the GM. So I ran a crew of like 28 people, and it was just constant. But I love talking to people. I love helping people. So it was fun. Then I found ketones, and I started drinking them because I was 70 pounds overweight and searching for something to help me get off the couch and stop literally living my life watching others instead of joining in with them. I just didn't have the energy to do it. I was exhausted. So I found ketones. I tried them, and they literally lit me up to the point where people started going, why do you have so much energy? You're like running around here all the time. You lost weight. How are you doing that? And it literally, that's how it started for me. I had no interest in the business whatsoever, but I just started going, oh, well, it's this. This is awesome. You should try it. This is awesome. You should try it. And that's how it started for me. So I was an A, like, I just, want to get some free ketones. That'd be great. And then before I knew it, I was a B, and I was helping my husband pay bills, and he had just recovered from 5 surgeries thanks to energy drinks. And, I started helping be able to help pay the bills and pay for medical stuff. And then I was able to leave my full-time job and do this full-time, and I became a C, and I can be there when my kids get out of school and do their homework with them. I can take them to doctor's appointments. Nobody has to do that for me. Like, it's amazing that I get to be the mom I want to be, not just because ketones give me the energy to do it, but because Prove It has allowed me to stay home and given me the opportunity to not just stay home with my kids and work a business. That's great. But like they said, the community, being a part of this company, being a part of the vision of helping the world, like, that's me. That's me. And you know what I do? All I do is this. Hey, you see that pile of laundry back there? That's how I'm going to crush it. Like, who can't do that? That's the amazing thing about this. If I had to work out every day or put makeup on every day, like, that wouldn't be me. Like, that's what I love about this, is it's literally for everybody. Everybody needs it. Everybody in my family drinks it. Everybody needs one of the benefits. And that's the amazing thing about it, is we just get to reach out and help them. That's it. And so now I have a big business and I stay home with my kids and travel, and it's changed everything. But it all started with just going, yeah, this is great. You should try it. That's it. That's all we do.
I love it. I love it. That's what I tell people, Ashley, is get this one phrase in your brain or your mouth. What do you know about ketones and ketosis? When somebody asks what you're drinking, why do you feel great? Why aren't you taking a nap? Girl, you lost some fat. What in the world is going on? Or guy, you look so swole in the gym. Is that how you say it? Do you say swole? Is that the word?
Save the bros.
Save the bros, baby. Hey, oh yeah, what do you know about ketones, man? Like, that's what we do. Okay, so with that, Jessica, did you have anything else that you wanted to say? I don't know if you were going to wrap it up or I'm going to wrap it up.
I just wanted to add that, this is really the perfect time. A lot of people are always like, when is the best time to get started? And any time's a great time to get started with what we're doing. But right here, October is right when things are about to get freaking crazy. So 2020 is right around the corner. We've got so many new things coming with our company. We're really getting ready to just expand more globally. And I'm so freaking excited about it. So I just want to encourage you, like, do not wait. Do not wait. You're on this call for a reason. You're hearing this replay for a reason. You've been gifted with this opportunity to jump in and just change your whole entire life. So I just want to encourage you to, just take a chance. Do this with us. Let's jump in and see what happens. You literally have nothing to lose. Thank you guys so much for listening. Get back with the person that invited you to the call, and we will give you all the information, answer all of your millions of questions that I'm sure you have. But hopefully this was super helpful. We thank you so much for your time. Hope you guys have an incredible night. And my kids are screaming in the background. So love y'all. Bye.